There, Cozy Babe, and welcome back to the Cozy Babes Club podcast. This episode is just shenanigans, okay? We are not doing any teaching. We are not doing any lecturing. We are just vibing, okay? If you are not a part of my Patreon, which by the way, you should be, because I put out new content every single month. Not every week, but like there is multiple things that go out throughout the month, and it's a good time. It's a great way to support me and the making of this show if you want to continue to see it happen. But if you aren't on my Patreon, you don't know, or like if you didn't catch it on my Instagram, I broke my ankle. I broke my ankle the day before Mother's Day. I had a lot of content filmed for the month of May, so what you have been seeing was like backlogged content. I broke my ankle. And I feel like it was the best thing that's ever happened to me. So I want to talk a little bit about that for those of you that aren't on the Patreon. If you want like the full blown story, definitely go there and listen to that. But I feel like it was actually a good experience. And I also want to like recap my birthday. This is the birthday recap, okay? I feel like y'all are my girly pop besties, and I feel like we're just always catching a vibe together, okay? So I'm in bed. I can't really do much else right now. The lighting situation is going to be weird because, girl, I can't walk right now. It's a miracle that I could even get this camera set up, okay? Like, I don't know how I did this. I am in the middle of a very messy bedroom because I can't really do a lot right now. And I was like, that don't mean we're going to miss the podcast, because what did I tell you? It doesn't matter what happens, rain or shine, we are here. I think I technically have missed one upload since December of last year, but it was in the name of getting ahead. I like missed an episode so that I could schedule some stuff out. And I think it was the right choice. So I don't judge myself for that. Anyways, we are drinking I do not recommend these. They have terrible ingredients. They are not wellness girl friendly, but I broke my ankle and I need sustenance friendly. This is a Premier Protein chocolate shake. These, like I said, atrocious ingredients. Do not buy them. Don't do as I'm doing. Okay, y'all. My birthday. I want to recap my birthday with my girly pops because it was so lovely and so wonderful. And if y'all remember on the podcast last year, I don't know if I talked about it or not, but it was a really hard birthday last year. Last year, my best friend came out, and that was magical. And like, there was a lot of cool things that happened on my birthday. Like, I saw the Northern Lights. I went whale watching. I got to hang out with my best friend in the entire world. Like, it was a good experience, but internally I felt terrible. I was depressed. My mental health was bad. Like, when midnight struck on my birthday when I turned 33 last year, I cried. Like, I was in such a bad place. I was in a terrible place last year. And this year, I really feel like I had such a wonderful birthday. Despite having broken my ankle, let me recap, okay? We're going to start before my birthday, midnight the night before, okay? So around midnight, I had already opened a couple of gifts. I opened a gift from my husband, which I'm going to tell you everything I got for my birthday. So if you do not enjoy stuff like this, like, don't watch this, skip along. But if you feel like hearing about what a 34-year-old got for their birthday, and like, you know how I am, you know how bougie I am, you know how I like stuff, I am materialistic, I am a Taurus, like, luxuriate with me or leave. Like, that's kind of where we're at. So at midnight, my husband let me open a couple of gifts. One was from him, one was from my best friend. The gift from my best friend, she gifted me the set of these Harry Potter books. And do I like J.K. Rowling as a person? No, I do not agree with her. But do I think it is acceptable to look a gift horse in the mouth when you get it? And do I still love the Harry Potter universe? Yes. I think it's really gross when I hear people or see people in my comments. I will block and delete you. Like, when people say like, J.K. Rowling is a transphobe, it's time to shut down the Harry Potter talk. No, actually, I can hate J.K. Rowling, or not hate, but I can dislike her and not agree with her stance. And I can also still like the Harry Potter universe. And do I go out of my way to line her pockets with money that I spend? No. If anything, if there's anything Harry Potter I want, I tend to try to get it secondhand. This, however, was a gift, so there's that. This was a gift that I had no hand in, but I will tell you, if you can find these secondhand somewhere, they are totally worth the get. These books, they are the Harry Potter series, but they have like paper cutouts and stuff in them that you can open up and like flip through. They are so magical. Like, I started reading the first one after midnight on my birthday in bed. My husband was sleeping. Let me paint the picture for you, okay? My husband was sleeping in bed on this side of the bed. It's where he sleeps right now. This is usually my side of the bed, but because I broke my ankle, I'm sleeping closer to the door now on this side. He's asleep. I have my little Harry Potter book, my light on the cozy setting, and I feel, you know how if you celebrate Christmas or you like have a Yule tree in your house at Christmas time, at Yuletide time, in the winter, you know how if you wake up before everybody else or you go to bed last and you have like coffee in the morning or tea, if it's nighttime, you know, whatever, and you're sitting by the tree with the lights on, all the other lights are off, and you are just like cozy. You know what I'm saying? And it's just you and the dull light of the tree. And it's just like the best feeling in the world because you're getting that to yourself. It felt like that feeling entering my 34th year. I was like, I get chills thinking about it. I am so cozy. I'm reading my little Harry Potter book, experiencing it like I've never experienced it before. And I just feel so good. I feel so good about where I am in my life right now. And though I don't think any part of my life is perfect right now, which we'll get into when we talk about the ankle breaking situation, I don't think any part of my life is perfect and I don't have anything figured out truly. I'm happy. I am happy. I am happy where I am right now. I am happy with the content and the quality of my life. I'm happy with the people that I'm surrounded with. I'm happy with the home that I'm living in, even though I would love to move into something nicer. Like, this is okay for what it is right now. I'm happy. I am genuinely happy. And I feel like that's a rebellious thing to say right now with like the state of the world. And if anybody turns the news on, like, saying that you're happy right now is an act of rebellion. And I feel like I'm at a point right now where I'm not letting anybody steal my joy. It took me so hard to claw to get here, to fight and to claw through my own mental shit to get here, that I'm not letting anybody rain on that. And I was just so happy. My husband also let me open a Lego set from him. He gifted me the French cafe set. If you didn't know this about me, if I haven't said it already, growing up, I was a Paris girl. Everybody, I believe, is either London, Paris, or New York. I was a Paris girl. I've always been a Paris girl. When I was in girls' camp, my camp name was Paris. When I went to Europe and I visited Paris when I was like 27, 26, 27, it was the best, like, best city I've ever been to in my life. I have a sun line in astrocartography that also runs through Paris, France, and I felt so at home in that city. I get goosebumps talking about that too, because I love France. I love French culture. I've always been obsessed. My favorite designer brand is Chanel. Like, I have always been a Paris obsessed girly. So Paris is the vibe. Okay. I got this cute little French bakery set. And then I read and then I went to sleep. And when I woke up, I want to say, what did we do when I woke up? I had a smoothie for breakfast, which I do a lot. My husband made me a smoothie. I went and got my hair done. By one of you, or one of y'all on my Patreon actually did my hair, which my bangs look atrocious today. I forgot that I got bangs cut. And when I went and styled my hair with the rollers the way that I do, I did it wrong. And so now my bangs, like, I would have had to have re-wet them and redone them, and I did not want to. So the bangs look crazy right now. They're supposed to be out in the front. But that's fine. We're just dealing with what we're dealing with right now. So I went and got my hair done. I met one of you. It was so amazing. It feels really good to actually meet with y'all in person, because sometimes you just get like the randomest shittiest comments, and that can like ruin my whole day if I let it. Where meeting with somebody in person that actually like appreciates the work that I do, completely life changing, and gave me like such a good feeling about my work, and I was so honored to meet with them. Like, they were so sweet, and I can't wait to like meet with them again. It was a good time. Anyways, got my hair done. That was fantastic. My husband also had a bunch of other gifts set aside for me from like family, more from him. My husband also got me the Lego set of the Malfoy Manor, because if you didn't know, I'm a Draco stan. Like, Draco is my main squeeze. If I was ever in Hogwarts, he is who I would have wanted to be with. I think him and Hermione are so hot together. I love reading Hermione fan fiction. I'm a big fan. But I was gifted the Malfoy Manor. I also was gifted, what else did I get for my birthday? I bought myself a bunch of stuff too, but I gifted myself a treadmill. That was hilarious. We'll talk about that later. I also gifted myself some like a perfume package that like has a bunch of replica perfumes in it, so you can try them all out and see which one you like the most. My favorite is By the Fireside. I need to go get myself a bottle of it. I also got a couple of face masks. I gifted those to myself. What else? What else? There were some other gifts there. I got a coloring book, a satin bonnet, and a satin pillowcase from my sisters. I also got, I feel like there was more. Oh, one of my other friends gifted me this really cute mug. I'll put a picture in. So me, so my aesthetic. I also got some Peter Thomas Roth eye jellies and some holistic like medicine stuff. That was really, really, really cool. I got some birthday cards. My husband, I have to tell y'all. So I you know how a lot of girly pops, and there's no judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. A lot of my girly pops online will say like, don't buy her the heart jewelry. That's a cop out. You know how like major chains around like Valentine's Day and Mother's Day will sell like heart-shaped jewelry, or just like stuff that a lot of girls say that they don't want. That couldn't be me. I am I want roses for my birthday or Mother's Day or my anniversary. I want jewelry. I want I want flowers. I want jewelry. I want chocolate. I am that girl, and I'm happy with that. So this is going to sound very pretentious of me. I'm showing my whole ass right now. I'm also, of the 5 love languages, my love language is giving and receiving gifts. So like, receiving gifts is how I receive love, and it like shows it to me, and giving gifts is how I show and express it. So it's like both for me. Though I also think that the 5 love languages are kind of bullshit, and we all deserve all of the love languages. That's another story for another time, but mine does have a stronger emphasis on giving and receiving gifts. So gifts like mean a lot to me. It means a lot to me, and it's not about the material thing. It's about how much thought did the person put into it. And that's what like touches me. So when I unboxed these Legos from my husband, I was happy because they were things that I wanted, but I was like, damn, like, what do I gotta say to this man to get some fucking flowers and get some fucking jewelry? Like, what do I gotta say to this man? I have told him over and over and over that I always say traditional girly, but like, traditional could mean something different to every person. But I feel like I really am like the girly girl that wants the girly girl stuff. And like, hearts are my favorite shape. Please give me heart-shaped jewelry. When my birthday comes around next year, everybody tell my husband, get her heart-shaped jewelry. It's what she wants. But I was a little bit disappointed. And again, like, I received a gift. That was enough. Like, do not feel bad for me. I feel like it is a little pretentious of me. But I was like a little disappointed that it wasn't flowers or jewelry or like, you know, something a little more sentimental. And later, after my hair appointment, I come home. My husband, this man, I am a spoiled little princess. I need you to know. This man, I will put in pictures. Not only did he commission a cake for me that like he had this design. This was his idea. I did not tell him anything. He knows me this well. The cake is pink, it's heart-shaped, it has red roses all over it, and he put in the middle lover girl, which I don't know if we've talked about it, but I am through and through a lover girl. Like, I am not, I don't know what other kinds of girls there are. I'm definitely not a pick-me-sha. I am a lover girl, okay? I'm a lover girl. I just want to love. I don't want to fight. Like, that's just, I'm a lover girl. I don't know how else to explain it to you. I am a lover girl. I tell my spouse this all the time, that I'm just a lover girl. I love love. I'm obsessed with romance. I always have been since I was really young. My favorite city in the world is the city of romance. Like, hearts are my favorite shape. I love love. And of all kinds, not just romantic love. I love all kinds of love. But that being said, being like love obsessed, I think that was so sweet that he picked that out himself. And then to add more to the fucking cream of the crop top, he gets me this insane floral arrangement. It's still sitting on my bedside right now. It's beautiful. Absolutely motherfucking stunning. Probably the most beautiful floral arrangement. I'm looking at it right now. The most beautiful floral arrangement I have ever received. Literally, I told him, I was like, you know that you just set the bar in like on Mount Olympus. Like, you just set the bar for yourself so high. Good luck matching that, basically. Like, I hope you know that you just put the bar way, way, way up here, because he did such an impeccable job with that. So, yeah, a cake, beautiful flowers. And then we like hung out at home. I want to say I opened one of my Lego sets. I also, girl, I got so many Lego sets during this time period. Like, one of you also gifted me some Legos. Takers, shout out to you, Queen. She gifted me the Tuxedo Cat, which is a really cool build. Currently working on it. And a couple of plant sets and this other like house set that isn't Lego, but like still cool. That was like another birthday gift. A dress. The dress that I wore 2 episodes ago was a birthday gift. What else? Oh, I gifted myself this Disney Villains Icon set of Legos that I'm currently building. Love her. Obsessed with her. I've been working on that little by little, especially as I've been in bed recovering. So I am like set for Legos. I have so many sets in backstock right now that I could build. I've been like building Legos, and then I was building Legos, and then we were going to stay home at first because I was feeling really tired. And I was like, no, it's my birthday. Like, we have to go out. So my husband and I went to Din Tai Fung. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that restaurant, but it is a chain. They have them in a lot of locations. But it is like a nicer restaurant, I feel like. Their specialty is Chinese food, but it's not like orange chicken and chow mein. It's like Chinese food in the sense that dumplings. Their specialty is dumplings. And it's really, really, really good. So I have a photo from dinner as well. I had a little dinner. I did have a glass of champagne, but I did not finish it. I had a glass of sparkling rosé with my dinner. I think I literally drank half of it and gave my husband the other half. And then they did have a wheelchair there where we were because it was like connected to a mall. My husband pushed me around the mall because I can't walk right now. And we went to the Lego store and looked around. I don't think we bought anything. Actually, that's not true. The face masks that I got, which are my favorite, I bought those. I went to Sephora and bought them. I picked up my Sephora birthday gift. So I had just such a good birthday. It wasn't anything crazy. Like, I did really basic stuff, but I had the best time. I had such a good time on my birthday, and it was just nice. It was nice to do simple things. It was nice to feel really loved. I talked to my mom on my birthday, which y'all know we kind of have a rocky relationship. So it was actually nice to hear from her. I had a good conversation. I talked to, I want to say my mom and my brother were the only people that called me on my birthday. And one of the brothers it was like the brother I don't really talk to. But nobody else called, which unfortunate. If you're my family and you're listening, you have to call on my birthday. It's weird that you don't. Calling you out, showing your whole ass. But like talked to some people, and then I want to say we came home, and I think we built some more Legos, watched some anime, and had cake. We did cake after dinner. And I want to say we built Legos, watched anime, and then went to bed. Like that was my birthday. That was my birthday. That was like a full day. We did all that in a full day. And it was just so good. I had such an excellent birthday. I had so much fun. I felt really cherished, really taken care of, really loved. And even though despite like the circumstances with my ankle, it was just, I don't know, it was just a good time. Oh, I also gifted myself a new Stanley for my birthday. So this Stanley cup, it's yellow, it's the butter yellow one. I definitely have too many Stanleys. I think this is my fourth Stanley, but I don't own one. This is my first one that has the flip top. Definitely not something I needed, just something I wanted, and I bought it with my own money, so it's whatever. But I also bought myself a Stanley for my birthday. But that was everything I got, everything I did. I had such a great birthday. I had so much fun. It was really chill, really low key. I felt really spoiled. And it was just such a dramatic turn from last year's birthday in a good way. And let's talk a little bit about this ankle situation, okay? I don't want to talk too much about it because if you want the full scoop, you need to go listen to my Patreon. But basically, I fell. I fell, rolled my ankle. I literally heard my ankle snap, crackle, and pop inside my body. Like, I knew it was bad before I even rolled over on the ground because I heard it crack. And let me actually look at the medical notes. I have like an app that connects me to my doctor. And in this app, it will show me what they actually said because I don't think I've mentioned this, and some of y'all were asking. So I have a fibular tip avulsion fracture. This was on my left ankle. And basically, there are two small avulsion fracture injuries at the tip of the fibula. One of the fractures is non-displaced, but the other is. Minimally displaced, the ankle mortise remains symmetric, mild. So it was like a mild break. They did tell me I did technically break it, but they treated it, and I say they because I went to urgent care. And I'm so glad I'm insured. I'm so glad I was able to see someone about this. But I went to urgent care and they basically said that because it was a mild break, they treat it like a sprain. And they put a boot on me, not like a normal cast, but just like a boot that you Velcro on. And they were just like, take ibuprofen, wear your boot, use crutches, don't put any weight on it until it feels like you can. They told me 4 to 6 weeks for healing. So I have been using crutches or I have been wheeling around my house in my office chair. That has been how I've been getting around. I haven't really left the house too many times, but basically I fell. There is more to the story, but I fell and I'm okay. I am going to make a full recovery, but what is so crazy about this experience is it happened literally. It happened at 0 degrees. The moon was at 0 degrees Scorpio when it happened. And literally at the moment that it happened, and I know I have a time and I pulled the birth chart for it because I know the time of the event because when I fell, I called my husband to come help me. And it was the first thing I did instinctually. And when I called him, I have a timestamp in my phone from when that phone call happened. So I was able to look at the time. The moon had entered Scorpio at 0 degrees. And I have Scorpio in my 12th house of healing. And what is so crazy about this experience, y'all? Number one, I have been very positive for the most part about the experience. I have been very positive. I have been very upbeat. I know that things are going to get better. I know that I'm okay. I know that I'm healing. But the craziest thing happened. A lot of my anxiety and my I don't even want to say OCD, even though at one time I want to say I was diagnosed with OCD, but hear me out. I don't think it's hard for me to agree with that diagnosis because Mine has a cause. And once I feel like I have processed what happened with a professional, I believe it will go away. Mine like onset after a traumatic event. And I tend to get really obsessive compulsive when it comes to my physical health because like I basically like became a hypochondriac after a traumatizing event. And anything that like feels off in my body in any kind of way, it like sends me into a thought spiral. And I hesitate to say hypochondria because I think that hypochondria also has very negative connotations. And a lot of people, like hearing that word, won't even go and seek professional help if they need it because of how society has like made it sound. And, anyways, I have a hard time with labels. I feel like if labels actually get you the care that you need, then you should stick with that. But if they don't, like, be careful how you label yourself and how you talk to yourself. So, anyways, a lot of my mental health problems come from like what I would call like hypochondria. Feeling like something is wrong with me physically, something is wrong with me to such a degree that I'm gonna like die or something bad is gonna happen. And it's very like medical linked based on the experience that brought it all on, which I don't want to divulge into right now. I've talked about it numerous times. But when I fell, it was like the worst case scenario happened. It was like I have always lived in this constant state of fear because I have hip and knee dysplasia that if I fall, I'm going to break a bone. And that would be the worst thing that would happen. And I would like rile up my nervous system about this for the last like 20 years. Okay. I would deal with this. And when I fell and broke a bone and I was okay, I was like, it was like my intuition immediately was online with me. My highest self stepped in immediately and was like, hey, you're okay. You need to bring your breath back to normal. Let's lay down on the pavement for a minute. And like, you're going to be okay. And I knew that I needed medical attention and I knew that I was going to be okay. I don't know how else to explain it to you. If you're not in touch with your intuition like that, it might be hard to understand. But like, I just knew. I knew that everything would be okay. I knew that this was okay. And it was like when I was initially traumatized in the past, what brought on a lot of my like anxiety, panic, depression 4 years ago was it was under the influence of drugs. Like I was high. I was high on marijuana. And it was under the influence of drugs. I experienced such intense paranoia that, and this is common, a lot of people experience paranoia on marijuana. But for me, after the experience ended, I got stuck, like panicking about that initial experience. And from that point, like in the past, I have never really fully recovered. And it has led me to living a very anxious life. Like I have dealt with generalized anxiety since that point in time 4 years ago. And I feel like, I'm sorry if I'm explaining this weird. I'm trying my best. I've had a really long day today. But I I feel like when I fell, it was like I was experiencing the worst case scenario in a controlled environment because I wasn't on drugs, because I wasn't feeling paranoid in my head. My higher self stepped in immediately. My intuition was online with me. I just knew that everything would be okay. And I was in good hands. My spouse took care of me. He's still oh my gosh, the way he has been taking care of me with this broken ankle, y'all, reminded me why I married him. He has taken excellent care of me. Nurse Andrew has been on the job, but I just feel like a lot of my anxiety in that moment calmed. Like, I'm not trying to say that I'm never going to deal with anxiety again, that I'm just healed, but I do feel like from that incident, at the time of recording this, it happened like a week ago. By the time you hear this, it'll probably have been 2 or 3 weeks ago. But at the time of the event, it was like I experienced miraculous healing. Like the way that I used to be anxious 24/7 about nothing. It was just generalized, and all the time I was on edge and hyper vigilant. I really feel like having this experience, falling and hurting myself, realizing that I could handle it, it like made me better. Like, I feel like I have calmed down so much. I am not anxious every single day anymore. I do not feel the feelings of anxiety every day anymore. And I'm not depressed. I'm happy. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you, but I hope that this is like somebody is getting this. Please tell me I'm making sense. Please don't leave me hanging right now. I just feel like it changed my life for the better. I feel better. And like it's only been like a week, like I said, but I just feel like a different person. I feel like I can be myself again. I feel like the person I was 4 years ago has finally come back. I feel like I was missing a piece of myself. And that piece of myself, that self-trust, that confidence, that inner knowing and that inner guidance, like y'all, not only do I feel like everything kind of clicked back into place, but even when it comes to my work, like I got this huge burst of creative energy after this happened, and I got back into making pick a cards, like tabletop pick a cards. I started implementing my aesthetic. Like I was like, "Oh my god, like how did I get away and so removed from what makes my channel and my content me?" Like, I am designing a whole new set for the podcast right now. I am designing a whole new set for my pick a cards. I'm bringing all of the autumn vibes back. And I know we're not in autumn, but like, you know me, it's autumn 24/7 in my brain. Um, we are bringing all of the autumn vibes back. We are bringing all of the like orange tones, purple tones, gold, brown. Like, I feel like everything in my life that felt so muted, it like all just became magical again. I feel like my faith in the universe got restored. My faith in God got restored. Like I'm no longer in a crisis of faith. And it really took going through a really scary experience. And I didn't feel like I was alone. Like I feel like when I went through the initial traumatizing experience of kind of losing my mind a little bit in 2021, I felt like God, the universe, my guides, everything just like left me. I felt like I was there freaking out and there was nothing I could grab onto. And I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it to you other than it felt like miraculous healing. Like, I don't know why right then it had to happen. I don't know why it had to happen the way that it happened. But all I can tell you is that I feel better. All I can tell you is that I'm not anxious all the time anymore. And all I can tell you is that I'm happy. I feel good. Even though the world is in a weird state of chaos, like, I accept that, like, everything is imperfectly perfect. And it was almost like, you know how people express like a random awakening, like a random, they experience like enlightenment for a second. It was almost like that. Like I experienced like this weird level of enlightenment for a second, and everything in life made sense. And I was just like, oh, everything's going to be fine. Like, I don't know. I hope I don't sound like a weirdo. Even if I do, whatever. The coolest people are weird. But that's what's going on in my life. I just wanted to make a really rambly, sit down, chit chat, talk to my girly pops, tell you what's been going on. I feel like we haven't had an episode like this in a long time. A lot of my episodes I have focused on like teaching or telling you about new things or new concepts, and I love doing that. I feel like I really show up as the teacher in most of my work, but I don't know. I just wanted to sit down and have a little chit chat, be cozy in bed, especially while I'm recovering. Let me know what else you want to hear from this podcast in the future, and tell me, like, you know what, in the comments on Spotify and on YouTube. If you don't leave me a review somewhere, leave me a comment telling me what like your favorite thing is for your birthday. Like, what is like the best gift you've ever received? What's the best experience? And if you don't feel like you've experienced it yet, what would be your ideal? birthday experience. And yeah, just tell me about that down below. I would love to hear about it. And I'm going to go. I need to shut my eyes for a while. My eyes are tired. I think I need to, in the next episode, we might be wearing glasses because I wear glasses. I don't know if y'all know that. I wear glasses, and when I film the podcast, I don't like to wear them because of a glare. And I feel like it strains my eyes and makes my eyes tired. So I think we might be wearing glasses in the next episode. We'll see. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to support the show, check out the description box. I have my Patreon. I have courses. I have private tarot readings and astrology readings. I have so much. There's so much stuff down there. Just go check out my description box for all of this, and support me on Patreon. If you want to do something free, definitely give the video or the podcast a like or a rating and leave me a comment. Engage. Engagement always helps. And I love you so much. Please do not forget to follow your plan and not your mood. Bye.